know, she really battled all last year, was injured with a very sore ankle, and this vault was, actually, it was scary when she did it, but today,
perfect.
Bang. You know, she was only a point behind Shawn Johnson with a huge fall at the national championships.
Tim, you and I talk about fate and destiny from time to time, and of course there'll be some fateful decisions made for many of these gymnasts this weekend, but you feel from the very beginning that this Olympics with her father in that gym with Carly Patterson is her destiny.
Oh yeah, there is no question, and she said that watching Carly go through the entire process, she believed, she saw that it was possible, and she believed that it could happen to her. Last year there were people, you know, with the injury thought she couldn't contend, but you cannot ever count Nastia Liukin out. Elfie mentioned the perfect body lines, and she has that, but she's got the other part too. She does the most difficult bar routine in the world. Right here, watch this, right? Most difficult, a full and a half, right into a release. Very well done. Had a slight little separation of her legs on that full and a half twist. And this right here coming up, she had problems with yesterday in the training. Beautiful.
No problem.
All she has left is the dismount. Double front with a half.
Oh.
Yeah, and you could see that.
The long routine.
Nastia Liukin gets heavily rewarded. That's a sparkler. 16.7, and the best number we've seen so far. So forgiven on the dismount.
She actually needs a 15.75 to overtake Chelsea Memel, and a 15.75 for Nastia on beam is a walk in the park.
You know, I always said with this new scoring system, the only area where in execution where you can score a perfect 10 is, of course, in that score. I think she could potentially be the first one that we ever see score a perfect 10.
Well, I'd love to see it, Elfie. And
it's not going to happen.
The problem is, unfortunately, I don't think that it'll ever happen again. It's just the mindset of Internax. They believe that there is no such thing as perfect, and I think they're crazy.
Well, when you watch a routine like this, it is crazy because this is exquisite. Not only does she have the big elements and skills, but if you really pay close attention to her footwork, she's always up on her toes. The beauty of her line. She dances on the 4 inches. I mean, it's very difficult.
Elfie, looking at the beam is difficult. Look at that.
Beautiful. A little bit off, but, you know, such a pro, and just covers it right up. It was interesting. She said that, you know, she fell on this event at the World Championships in the all-around finals, and it took her out of the medals, and she said it might have been a blessing.
Why is that?
Well, she said, you know, she has 9 world medals, and she is tied with Shannon Miller, and she says, I want at least 10.
Nastia is in exactly the position you would expect from her past performances and comparisons with Shawn Johnson. All they do consistently in competitions like this is separate themselves. Were it not for a major mistake on floor at the national championships, she probably would have beaten Shawn Johnson.
This is a really tough one.
Carly should be a lot happier than they were after the balance beam.
Best ever.
Yes.
Best ever.
Didn't